Alrighty then, let's see what we've got here. New supplies, new stuff, more. Well, I've got the LEDs I showed from last week. I've got some specialty LEDs along with the stack that I already had. These just came in. We've got red silicone neon, brand new fiber optics, which I've been waiting forever for. Old fiber optics, some specialty lighting, and some very small surface mount cool white lighting. I decided to go with slightly less bright as opposed to the super bright white beauty lighting for the Aries 1B. I've got the Spider Walker here. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. I don't think we're going to see that in this movie, but I've got a lot to do to this, and I'm going to wrap this up this week, get it ready to ship. What I'm going to do here is this is literally a 5-volt computer USB. So all you need to go with that is one of these, okay? It plugs into the wall, gives you the appropriate voltage, lights up the mouse, which is the basis for the Spider Walker tank. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to cut them at different positions so that they won't ground out, so that I don't have to worry about using shrink wrap or shrink tube, because it's going to all be inside of plastic anyway. I'm going to run that, fish that down through the leg, and then run it out the bottom of this leg into a small diorama, which will go out through the back, which will light up the Spider Walker. Additionally, what I'm going to do here is, I thought this gold and copper would be kind of cool, but I'm liking it less and less. So I'm going to put some black vinyl over that, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some more screen to it to make it look more like radar. The more I look at it, the less I like it. So I'm changing that. When I get the wiring done, get this done, I'm going to run a couple of more washes over it with all the pieces fully assembled and in place, ready to go. Super detail it, and then wrap it, stack it, box it, and ship it. Anyway, that's the Spider Walker and the new supplies. I will show this silicone red neon. This is going to go for the Nuka-Cola clock and or Nuka-Cola girl / display. You will see there's more to see, more to come, as always. Now let's have a quick look at the Orion 3. Alrighty, and here is the Orion 3 from Schmobius Models. Is that right, Schmobius? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so anyway, I've got this halfway done. I showed a light test a couple of weeks ago. I'm probably going to go ahead and use a couple of quick clips in this video just to show where I'm going. Wow, that was bright. I may go with some slightly different lighting on that. The cob lighting was just a lot brighter than I thought it would be. At any rate, I taped these parts together because I was doing some dry fit and assembly. Wanted to go ahead and show this. I've got the rest of the parts drying in the paint booth, and I've got the interior parts I'm getting ready to mask and paint. But I wanted to quickly show this, and then I'm going to go ahead and add those couple of lighting clips to show what this looks like with lights inside of it. I'll be moving forward on this all this week, along with the Aries 1B, finishing up the Spider Walker, and working on the 5-foot Enterprise, original series Enterprise, as well as a couple of other things. I also have everything ready to go for another client. I'm getting ready to ship that out. Sent the box out and it came back because I did not fill out the stupid import-export paperwork properly. Bureaucrats. Anyway, let's have a quick look at some of the studio scale TIE Fighter parts. I've got a whole batch ready to print up other than what has already been shipped. I'm just waiting to hear back when the package gets there. I've got to repack this, fill out the stupid documentation, import, export, what do you call it? At any rate, I've got to fill that back out, reship it, and well, that'll take care of itself after tomorrow. I'm driving down to the post office to get that shipped out tomorrow. And here it is, all the way in to the bedroom. 16.5 feet. Super bright white or cool white. I'm actually not sure, but it's awful dadgum bright. Anyway, let's have a look at it inside the Orion 3. And there you have it. Now this is just the forward section of the fuselage with the cockpit and the passenger cabin, but that's all that's going to be lit anyway. As you can see, there's so much light, the camera is having difficulty focusing. So anyway, imagine how sharp this model is going to be looking on a stand, with completely finished, with all the decals that were not included in the kit, a little weathering, some dry brushing, more detail, more power. Alright, I'm going to show you some other lighting real quick, and then I'm going to wrap this up. This is one of Admiral Quirk's quickies. It's not going to last forever. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello, now. Good evening, Dave. Thank you for a very enjoyable game. Just a moment. Just a moment. I've just picked up a fault in the AE-35 unit. It's going to go 100% failure within 72 hours.
X-Ray Delta 1, this is Mission Control. Roger, your 1930. We concur with your plan to replace number 1 unit to check fault prediction. We should advise you, however, that our preliminary findings indicate that your onboard 90000 computer is in error predicting the fault. I say again, in error predicting the fault. I know this sounds rather incredible, but this conclusion is based on the results from our twin 90000 computer. We are skeptical ourselves, and we are running cross-checking routines to determine reliability of this conclusion. Sorry about this little snag, fellas, and we'll get this info to you just as soon as we work it out. X-Ray Delta 1, this is Mission Control. 2049er, transmission concluded.
Alrighty then, what do you think of that? Now, there's a little issue with the sound files, but I can go in and fix that. No problem. I probably got the volume turned up a little too high on the new subwoofer. So any even minor little bit of distortion is going to sound worse. But for a first test, I find this highly successful. It's highly compelling. Mystery history, too. Anyway, we will see more of this in a future video, and I will be using these same soundboards in all builds. Star Trek, Star Wars 2001, you name it, this board will be used. I do all the programming, I edit all the sound files, I run everything through an equalizer, I double check, triple check, and by the time this is done, it's going to be totally theatrical, as if it wasn't already. Much more to come. Same man channel, same man time. Alrighty then, I wanted to show this real quick. I haven't shown any work on this since last year. I literally started on this more than a year ago. But I got so bogged down trying to catch up with client work, I wanted to try to make good on promises that I made, that I totally let this set aside. If you recall last year, I was working on this, and I'm so strong and so awesome. I literally broke the Viper main fuselage in two by sanding it. Yes, it's true, it's true. So true. Anyway, I've been a little bit here and there. I've been sanding on it and putting and trying to smooth everything out, top, bottom, side, to try to get totally rid of the seam. I'm going to go ahead and shoot that with gloss white and take a break. Then I'll see what it looks like. We'll have a quick look at that. I will show this in this video. I'm going to go ahead and shoot that with gloss white, and we'll come back and have a look. Next week, or this coming week, I am going to be printing clear parts for the interior. I have some other stuff to show next week. I got a pilot, I've got decals, and I've got a couple of other things that go with this. And there's a quick look at the Viper. So, I've been sanding on the back some, and I've got a couple little dimples, imperfections from where I cracked the hull, so I got a little more putty work to do, but this is going back on the shelf for now. I will get to it as soon as I get more work done on the client builds, but this is going to get done. It is going to get done. And here's another little thing I'm working on. Well, yeah, it does. It has a lot to do with modeling and electronics. I shot this with about 3 coats of clear shellac. I'm letting it fully cure. A Marine Corps buddy of mine came by a while back and said, "Hey, can you build me a 7-string guitar?" And I said, "Why, yes, I can. Can you teach me how to play?" He said, "Why, yes, I can." So we made a deal. I build the guitar, he teaches me how to play. Love it when a plan comes together. And here's a quick look at the back of the guitar. I've only shot this with about 1 coat of gloss shellac. As soon as I get done with the Viper, I'm going to go ahead and probably shoot this with a couple of coats of clear tonight, let it cure. And in a couple of days, I'll start sanding everything down. I've got to order new sandpaper for modeling and for the guitar. There you go. Alright, so there is the bright red silicone neon light cable. Let me go ahead and turn all the lights out and we'll have a look at it in the dark. This is going to be for the Nuka-Cola Clock project. Nuka-Cola Clock, Nuka-Cola Girl, Nuka-Cola Rocket Girl, and more. You will see. You'll see. Okay, again, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, this looks like a white with reddish hue. This is a brilliant cherry red. This is going to go perfect behind the Nuka-Cola Clock. Shades of Darth Vader, it's red. Anyway, I will show a clip of the blue from a couple of weeks ago too. And here are the studio scale TIE Fighter parts that are getting ready to be shipped once again to Canada. Son of a gun, I didn't fill out the paperwork right, man. That really Oh well, can't cry over spilt milk. Anyway, can't wait for him to get these parts. I really like them. I think they look great. This is all more for a size check. This one hub connects to the wings, and I want to make sure that this part is absolutely 100% a perfect fit. If it needs to be sized up or sized down a little bit, adjust it for perfect fit, I want to know, so I can adjust the rest of the interior parts, the shell, and the pylons that go out to the wings. And I've got to change, scrape, and reprint some of the details for the exterior to perfectly match the studio scale model, or the actual studio model. Anyway, this is much sharper and cleaner than some of the stuff you see out there. It's absolutely perfect. 8K resin. The guy that recreated this ship did a phenomenal job. I'm pretty sure he had access to one of the studio models and used a micrometer to check every part. But we will see. If this hub is a perfect fit, then we're good to go. If it needs to be rescaled, then we're still good to go, because these parts here are not going to matter that much. This might a little bit, and that might, but I don't want to get any further into this and spend any more money until I know that this is a perfect fit. So this goes out again tomorrow. Alrighty, let's have a look at the neck of the 5-foot Enterprise. I've got some more parts that are going to be done soon. This is pretty raggedy, this one area on the neck. So what I've been doing is sanding, puttying, primer, paint, you know, the routine. This isn't too bad down here because this actually fits into the slot perfectly. But all this has to be smoothed out. I will be smoothing all that out. I won't get a light check done on this until I get that neck squared away and secured into the main forward part of the engineering hull. As far as that goes, we will see more of this probably in the next video. I will make a video specific to this. I want to try to update this about once a week. I'm already falling behind. I want to be updating the Ares 1B about once a week until it's done. The Spider Walker tank's getting ready to go out very shortly. After that, the Orion 3 should be good to go within a week or two. And we will look at some more models in the next video. Right now I've got a lot going on, and I need to get done with making videos and get on with the work. More to come, as always.